Welcome to BC Sunday Rant. Hope everybody's having a good morning. This is not a rant. This is just a little story about how I came across this dog. My wife and I, we had a dog named Joe, and we had him 14 years. And he rode in the truck with us since the age of 6 months old when we got him. And he was so much a part of our family and he loved being in the truck so much that when it was time to put him down, and the vet knew us well, the vet came out to our truck and put Joe down in the truck, because that's where he loved being and that's where he was comfortable. And it just tore us up. I'm doing my Sunday rant, hon. Okay. No F-bombs. Oh, okay. My wife doesn't want you to think she really does that, so I just think it's funny. Well, for months and months, it just tore us up losing that dog. And I started having dreams of the dog. And about a year after he died, and you got to think I'm crazy. And if you don't think I'm crazy on this, next week, I'm going to tell you something even more, and you'll think I'm crazy then. Okay, Joe came to me in a dream more than once, but there's one time I had just about stopped dreaming about Joe, and he came to me in a dream and told me that he was okay, and he was really glad that we were his owners, his people, and he had a good life, a happy life, and he knew how much we loved him. And about a year later, we didn't have a dog, and we weren't even considering getting another dog because no other dog could have replaced Joe. Well, here it is a year later, and Joe comes to me in a dream, like he had done several times already. And he told me that he was coming back. And in my dream, I'm just so happy. He said, but he's not coming back as a black dog. He's going to come back as a white, fluffy dog. And he said, don't look for me. I'll come to you. About 2 years after that, these people in that house, not the people that live there now, but the people that were there, the husband was a jailbird. He was in and out of jail. Not just any jail, Angola. Well, they got a dog, and when it was no longer a cute puppy, they stuck it on their back porch in a cage that was 2 feet wide and 3 feet long. And that dog stayed in that cage, sitting in his own pee, sitting in his own crap. Sometimes they would feed him, sometimes they wouldn't. No one I called was willing to get involved because they weren't really breaking any laws. And one day, the husband had gotten out of prison just a few days before, and I went over there and knocked on the door, and I came home with this white fluffy dog. He's not white and fluffy now, but he is when my wife doesn't give him his summer cut. And I am convinced this is Joe, or at least this is the dog that Joe said he was coming back as. And I've had him. He has been my shadow every day, every minute of every day ever since. Happy Sunday, y'all. Wait till you hear next week's.